morning. It's cold this morning. I forgot to bring a thermometer, so I can't tell you how cold. We're gonna head down to the pond here in a couple of minutes. Got my coffee made, as you saw. And yeah, we're gonna go see what the gods have to show us this morning. Well, here we are. I might have just missed blue hour, but I'm gonna get set up real fast, and looks like the sky's possibly shaping up to something. We'll see. So this morning I'm gonna shoot with a 14 to 30 ultra wide angle. I think that's gonna be my best bet for picking up this panorama here. All right, now I'm just gonna wait, see what happens. So after a bunch of frantic faffing about, I managed to get a composition I think I like. I've been struggling with trying to figure out a good foreground that adds to the image. And so, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a wall here, and this is the canoe launch over here. And there are rocks right here going down the steps to a spot where you can take your canoe out. The wall sort of echoes a little bit of man-made, which I think is interesting, especially in such a wilderness sort of setting. So it's a man-made element, man-arranged element, rocks. Truly wild place. In fact, this is the wildest wilderness in Maine, the most untouched wilderness in Maine. Of course, you have this beautiful pond here. That wall is a leading line that takes your eye over to the mountains. And because I'm dragging the shutter with a 6-stop ND plus a 3-stop neutral grad to bring the sky down. So the water's smoothing out, but it still has some texture. Although I'm at 13 seconds at this point, so that may be a little bit much. For whatever reason, Case decided they weren't going to make a 3-stop. What I really needed was a 3-stop, not a 6-stop. They decided they weren't going to make a 3-stop for this system. And that absolutely drives me bananas, because I use a 3-stop almost more than anything else. Look at this color coming into the sky. So from what you just saw, what I didn't like about the composition was the water feels like a really big open space, and maybe that's not bad. I won't know till I really look at it on the computer at home. But the way I'm looking at it now, I feel like the wall and the rocks are one end of things, and the water is this huge open space. Not a bad open space, but just huge, and it might be a little off balance. But then again, I don't know for sure. So let's talk a little bit about photographic muscle. It's something I've spent a lot of time talking about lately and thinking about. And I think, as I said, photographic muscle is all things at once. It is the act of practice, which is visual as well as thought-based. So what are your subject matters? What are you trying to say with your photograph? What is in your photograph, and how are you composing it? Also, there is the intellectual side of it. So what is the overall implication of the photograph? What sort of baggage does it bring with it? So how is it informed by something else? Anyway, I'm going to eat my breakfast. We'll talk more about this as we go. So I've just gotten down here to the falls proper. It's beautiful. Might be a good day to actually get some shots of waterfalls, but this water is hammering down this gorge, so it just may be too wet. The state 4 days ago had, 4 days ago? Yeah, thereabouts. Had, my house had 3 inches. Up here, I think had 5. It has made everything very wet, as you've seen from my footage thus far. I'm just loving this new power zoom lens Nikon came out with. This thing is phenomenally good. All right, so that's about 30 feet down, 40 feet down. As you see, it's a lot of water just hammering through. So we'll see. It may be a good day, maybe not. But I'm gonna err on the side of gonna be a good day. This is it's a lot of water. You don't want to fall in that. I'm gonna set up and see if I can, or at least try to find a photograph somewhere in here to begin with. All right, so I finally found a composition here, and what I've done is taken it so that the falls come out of an unknown origin, upper left, and they exit in a wide fan out on the right, bottom. I've got all of these trees in the top and a little bit of that sky. That sky's fine because it's pretty gray and foreboding looking. So I may be able to actually do something with making all of that look good. I would normally leave a sky out of a fall shot if I could. All right, if it worked out, here's a shot. All right, what I also did, I wanted to add to what I said earlier. I'm taking 2 exposures. Really, I'm taking lots of exposures. I want to get the water looking right at a slower or at a higher shutter speed so it has more detail. And then I will composite in some of that detail on top of the really smoothed out water, hoping that it'll give it some contrast and some life. So, we're done. I'm going to move on. I think I found a neat little composition right here, and I'm going to set up to do it. What I'm going for on this next composition is this juxtaposition of this natural power that dominates and destroys everything that gets in its way, juxtaposed against life struggling to survive. And the way I've composed it is I basically put a line through the center of the image diagonally, and that's the land where the baby tree is growing. And then right there on the other half of that line, the other half of that shot, on the other side of that line, is this destructive force. We'll see. I'm hoping it'll come out well. Here's the shot. I'm still just at the very top of the falls here, so hopefully we, man, the midges are out. Luckily they're not biting me. They must not be tasty. I'm photographing this flume here with that tree behind it. And I think that's gonna be like, might be one of the tickets today. I like it. I'm doing a kind of leading line off to the right, and the tree almost causes a leading line that goes off to the right as well. So your eye just flows down the river. I don't know, we'll see. I think I like it, and if it was anything close to what I wanted, here's the shot. So I shot some of these beautiful yellow trees back here, and some nice, well, I think I talked to you at that point. And then I stopped, and I came over here, and I worked on getting a nice shot of this right here. The falls coming down from the flume up there. Well, actually, this is the flume, isn't it? Anyway, I will show you what I got now. And I'm gonna head back up to camp. I think I've worked this scene enough for me today, and make some notes for the next visit. I'll be carrying my camera handheld, and on the way back up I'll take some shots, and I'll show those to you as well. All right, off I go. Good morning. It's my last morning here. We're heading home today. And just gonna go down to the lake and see what things look like this morning. Play around with some compositional ideas, and yeah, see how that goes. It's gonna be the dream effect. Nothing I can do about it, guys. All right. So I've been watching this crazy inversion happen. Now let's see if I can give you an idea. of what I'm seeing here. All this fog is coming from the other pond, and it's just lovely. And the sky did almost nothing this morning so far. You see above me, it's just pretty much bright blue. There's a little bit of something going on over up here right now, but I'm doing the layered effect where I have a group of trees and then another group of trees, another group of trees, getting these multiple depth layers like I did at the shot at Katahdin yesterday, or the day before yesterday. I'm just waiting, the wind has changed, so the inverter's now going that way instead of that way. As the sun came over the mountains, I was presented with views that made all the waiting worth it. The trip to Baxter had been a success, and I was willing and ready for another trip next year. If you found this content useful, please consider liking and subscribing. I work hard to make these videos, and your support is what makes it all worth it. Thanks again, everyone, and take care.